आज हमारे साथ सैयद नूर जहाँ हैं जो कि नक्शबंदी सिलसिले के सेंटर के चीफ भी हैं और यहाँ पर काफ़ी अरसे से एक इस्लामिक स्पिरिचुअलिज़म और सूफ़ीज़म की बात करते हैं। तो आइए बात करते हैं सैयद नूर जहाँ साहब से। Assalamu alaikum, sir. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. God bless you for having us.
So how is it going, sir, with you? We're here living in the Vancouver, and we are living in such a blessed place. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the opportunity to live in a country which is so blessed and where so much peace prevails. So how do you feel about Muslims? How can they live in a society, in a multicultural society, and primarily which is a non-Muslim society? And when we hear all these things about that non-Muslim countries, but we know that we are enjoying a very good life over here. So what would be your message to the people? What does Islam say about Muslims living into a non-Muslim community?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Atiya Allah, Atiya Rasul, wa ulul amri minkum. That Allah Azza wa Jal is teaching that obedience to God is obedience to the Prophet. Obedience to the Prophet is obedience to the ulul amr. So that, and Mawlana Shaykh's teaching for us is that you have the ulul amr of dunya and you have the ulul amr of akhirah. Means the spiritual realm, there are the people of authority, and these are the religious authorities and spiritual authorities, but you have also the dunya authority. Means Allah gave the governor the right to be the governor, the president the right to be the president, the police to be the right to be the police, the chief of police the right to be the police. It's our responsibility to obey them, to be a good citizen, to listen to the rules, to obey the rules. But more within our community, it's important that in these difficult times is to show our willingness to mix with communities. That the problem is that when a community stays so much by itself and only focuses on itself, there can be a difficulty. So it's our religious responsibility to meet with Christian leaders and the leaders of the churches, to meet with the Jewish leaders and the synagogues, to meet with the leaders of the temples and the ashrams and all of the community, that we should be having events and meetings with all of the community and building the bridges and allowing the West to be an example for the East, where Prophet ﷺ described that this reality would rise from the West. He said the sun would rise from the West. We believe the sun to be the reality of Islam that Prophet ﷺ brought. So it's a responsibility for all of us that to show that what's happening in this Western world of the plurality of people living and coexisting together, and show it to the rest of the Muslim world, that we all live very peacefully here. Why are you people acting so crazy back there? And then to build that and build these relationships where our events should have the priests, should have rabbis, should have different people, community leaders from the different temples, and showing that we can celebrate all together.
We do hear also, from different sections in Islam when people are talking that it's not permissible to eat with a person of a different religion.
Where is that?
So how does?
Where do they come up with these things?
So why are they talking about it? And what are their sources?
I have no idea. Maybe they're reading a different book, or maybe they didn't read any book when it was the sunnah of the prophets to eat with people all the time. How can you do da'wah if you don't eat and you don't drink and you don't pray and you don't meet with other community leaders? The Prophet didn't eat with everybody who came to his tent and drank with everyone. But when you become self-righteous and you think you're so great and that you can't eat and break bread with anyone, this is something very wrong. And Ahl Haqa'iq and the people of realities, they never practice like that. You go back to your own country, don't look at the new version here, go back to your country. How many of these maqams feed 10,000 people a day, 5,000 people a day today? Where they make the dal and people come and feed. Feeding, Allah says in the Quran, feed the miskin, the yatim and the ahsin.
It doesn't say about Muslims, it says about
feed. They
miskin.
Feed in the name of Allah and they don't ask anything in return. How can you feed in Allah Azza wa Jal and demand that they be Muslim? Allah says you were supposed to give and not ask anything in return. And you're supposed to find the yatim. How can you ask yatim, no, you have to be Muslim before I can feed you? Or homeless? You have to ask them to be, why? So that was never a condition. That is again a bad condition of people, and understanding the correct version. Our responsibility in this country is to not allow that to happen. That is a sickness coming from other places where you begin to think you're too good for everybody.
So once you say that is a sickness coming from other places,
Yeah.
how can the Muslim youngsters, how can we draw them into that real concept of Islam that you are saying is of staying together in harmony, working together?
Yeah, working with the mosques and the imams. I think what we're doing now with the Hubb Rasul conference at the Fiji Islamic Center with Maulana Numani, and trying to work with other imams in the area and go back to traditional Ahl Sunnah wa Jama'ah understanding. Don't import caste and tribal systems into this country. Tribal system was that they didn't accept anybody from outside their tribe, regardless if they were Muslim. So now we have also condition where some mosques are all blocked off by different street addresses, and one won't go to the other. But that's a tribal system. That was not an Islamic system. A jami on Jummah means that everybody closed their Jummas and went to one central masjid and prayed. Means it's our responsibility with the imams, and bring in the youth, and now invite other community leaders to come, and let's all pray together, let's all talk. They were studying and learning in Baghdad with rabbis, with Christian monks and Islamic scholars.
Okay, so what would be one message that you would like to say about the Islamic concept, if you want to give to the youngsters, that how they should be, what is the most important factor in living in this country that they should be following?
Is to integrate, is to be a part of the community, to move within the oceans of the community, to be a part of civil society, and to hold office.
So to be a part of the society and work together.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. We are running short of time, and we will talk to you again. ਤੇ ਸ਼ੇਖ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਹੁਣੇ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਸਨ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮੁਸਲਮਾਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਮੁਲਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਆਪਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਿਲ ਜੁਲ ਕੇ ਰਹੀਏ ਔਰ ਇਸ ਮੁਲਕ ਦੇ ਕਾਨੂੰਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫੋਲੋ ਕਰੀਏ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹੀ ਇਸਲਾਮ ਦੀ ਤਰਬੀਅਤ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇਹੀ ਇਸਲਾਮ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈ।